In this edition of Health Check, we're discussing migraines and what you can do about them. Returning to the show, Dr. Nooristani with Balance7. He joins us to talk all about this issue that affects so many, both men and women. Doctor, great to see you. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. Can't wait for the summer.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a cold February to get through first, but we'll make our way through for sure. Migraines, for anyone who is affected by them, boy, their ears are perking up for this interview because it can really, really affect your wellness and your health. What causes a migraine?
So migraine is the cause is pretty much unknown at this point of time. There's so many theories as what caused that, but we know genetic plays a big role in people having migraine. Pretty much about 80% of people with migraine has some genetic predisposition. The rest of it is all environmental factors, including not sleeping well, being too stressed, not eating well, not sleeping well, being tired, not exercising, not being healthy in general. So about 80% is genetic, that are 20% is environmental.
Okay, and of those folks, do we see a big difference in gender? Are women affected more or men?
Unfortunately, women are affected a lot more than double the percentage of women gets affected. And I think part of it is related to hormonal changes that women go through their lifetime. So they definitely have a negative impact on having migraine.
And migraines can be so difficult because, once they start to occur, they can throw off your entire day. You can have to leave work. It'll take you from your family obligations. Is there a way to prevent or avoid them?
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of it is, I mean, there's sometimes there's nothing you can do about it because you will get it, depending on how severe and how often you get it. So, I mean, limiting triggers that causes migraine. Good examples are sleeping well, sleeping on time, having a schedule, exercising, making sure that you eat right. There's a lot of food that triggers, and people don't know that are specific that when you take it, maybe the next day or 2 days later, you will have a migraine attack. So you have to keep a very precise log of everything that you eat and what potentially could trigger that, and you could avoid that type of food or drinks. So there's small things we can do. But if also, as you said, migraine, a debilitating disease where it stops you from working, doing anything, you're literally gonna be staying home, is preventative medicine. There are some medication that help prevent the recurrence. Not 100%, but that will stop it from reoccurring too many times. Now, people who have migraine, some of them will get it weekly, some of getting it twice a week or even on a daily basis. So those people, patients, those people definitely need to be on some sort of medication, at least to reduce the rate and recurrence of the attacks.
It's good to know that there is some medication that's effective for some people. I know that I have friends personally who have gotten to know their triggers quite well, doctor. And so I think when you get to know your triggers, one of my friends is triggered through bright lights. If he sees like excessive bright lights at a concert, that can trigger a migraine. In that case, you're managing the migraine. How do we know if something is more serious and maybe we should see a doctor? It might be something more than a migraine.
So regardless of what symptoms you have of migraine, you need to see a physician for that. This is a very complex disease. And once again, it's miserable. Your life is miserable. So we need to really take care of that and make sure that it's really migraine because there's so many other diseases, including neurological disease, that could potentially present the way you might think it's migraine, but it's not. But once again, migraine is associated with strokes and seizure, etc., other disease that comes because of the severity of migraine, and we want to avoid those ones. So seeing a physician as soon as possible is becomes so pertinent, and even referral to a neurologist become pertinent if a lot of primary care physicians are not really well trained in managing complex migraine.
Absolutely, yeah. It sounds like a specialty for sure. Doctor, thank you so much. I enjoy our monthly health checks. I'm going to share your special offer with people today. Take advantage of the special offer from Balance7. That is free shipping plus $15 off of 1 gallon when you use the code word Al. That is the founder of the company, Al. Visit the website that's right there on your screen. And Dr. Nooristani, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.